first thing we need is 2 tablespoons of butter. And we're going to melt that. On top of that, I'm going to sprinkle, this is 1 cup of brown sugar. I turned off my flame. I'm just going to sprinkle that on top of the butter. Then I'm going to take pineapple rings and I'm going to place them on top. And then I'm going to take whole cherries and put them inside the circles, the hole. And then I'm going to take half of the cherry. I cut a cherry in half, and you always want to make sure that the round part of the cherry is down, because when you flip this cake over, then the round part will be facing up. The ingredients that you need for this cake are a half a cup of butter, 2 eggs, a half a cup of milk, 1 cup of sugar. There is 2 teaspoons of baking powder in here and 1/2 a teaspoon of salt. And there's 2 cups of flour here. And I measured it by the dipping method to loosen it, and then I took about 1.5 tablespoons of flour back out of it. Now we need to separate the yolks from the white. And I saw this on a YouTube video, so I thought I would do it to see if it works. You take an empty bottle and you just squish the bottle and you raise the yolk out of the... It seems to work pretty good. Now we're going to beat the egg whites until they come to a soft peak. We don't want them too dry and too hard. We're going to start by putting the butter into the bowl, and we're going to mix that with our sugar. That's 1 cup of sugar. I always like to put my vanilla in with my fat. I think it helps to disperse the flavor better. Let me show you what that looks like. And I have my oven at 350 degrees with the rack in the center of the oven. Now I'm going to add the egg yolks. When I add the milk and the flour, I'm going to do it alternately. That means I'm going to start with dry. I'm going to sort of in my mind's eye, I'm going to break this into 3 parts, and then the milk into 2 parts. So I'm going to put 1/3 of the flour in first. I'm going to scrape the bowl down. Put 1/3 of it in. Let it be for a moment. I'm going to add half of this. Then we'll add another 1/3 of the flour. And we'll add the rest of the milk. The rest of the flour. Let that come together for a little bit. Then we're going to fold in the egg white. I'm just going to put the egg white into the bowl, and we're going to gently fold this into the batter. Now I'm going to spoon it on top of the pineapples. take a spatula just to push it out to the outside edge. Now I'm going to put it in my 350 degree preheated oven for about 40 to 45 minutes, and you want to watch it. The cake is done. I just tested it with a little toothpick, and it is very clean, and it actually took about 40 minutes. Just watch it carefully. I'm going to let it rest for about 5 minutes or so, and then we're going to flip it out of the pan onto this tray with the parchment paper on it. So my buzzer went off for 6 minutes. I'm going to run my knife around the edge. Then I'm going to take, this is my pan with the parchment on it. I'm going to pick it up and flip it. So there's a pineapple upside down cake. I'm going to cut a piece and see how it looks inside. Hold that for me, Luke. Ooh. Okay, you can have that.
Yay!
I'll cut myself a little piece. Gotta get some silverware. So good. Wait a second. Okay, wait a second. Let me close off. Can you see you? Okay. This looks very...
This looks very good.
It looks very good. It looks good. It looks very fluffy. And it looks very delicious. Let's see how it is. So I hope you guys have a great Mother's Day. And maybe you'll give this a try. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.